Today on Real Garage, I'm loading the Redhead up and heading down to Georgia for a NASCAR race. But first, we're stopping by our friends at Finnegan's Garage. Mike said they got some new blue stuff in, and a couple projects I might be able to help him with. So it's on the way, why not? What could go wrong? It is Finnegan, right?
What's that?
Hey! What's going on at the Finnegan Garage?
Welcome to Georgia.
Oh, Georgia's great. Driving through Georgia sucks.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good, you?
Can't complain.
Awesome. Is this Mama's boat?
This is Mama's boat.
I love it.
It needs one of everything, including a fuel cell. So that's what we're going to work on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warning. Read and follow all labels and your owner's manuals.
He got here yesterday, and within 10 minutes of him being in here, I was already welding better with my Dynasty machine because I didn't have it set right. And you literally solved a problem I had in 10 minutes by just teaching me how to set the machine up better than I had. And so not only am I going to learn a lot today, like I said, we're going to make that cart a lot more functional. And this will be a project you guys can do at home. A lot of you have Multimatic machines because it's a great machine for doing a lot of different kinds of jobs when working your hot rod. And I think a lot of you can use what we're about to show you right now.
Yeah, and basically you got the same problem I do. You know, you are in a confined area, and I got the same problem. So a lot of my projects are shop optimization projects, you know, trying to optimize my space. And I do the same thing. I would roll the machine out. I'd have air grinders and stuff stacked on the machine. So I really just wanted to not make the machine look like crap after a while. And so we're just gonna make a tray that slips on top of the machine and helps protect it, and yet get some of our necessary tools closer to the work area.
Nice. So what's step one?
Step one, well, we're going to kind of skip around a little bit and shorten it up. I already have the dimensions kind of laid out for how long I made this, but if your machine isn't exactly this size, I just made my tray about an inch or two longer and about an inch or two wider than the actual top of the machine. So we can start with there. And basically, I used 18 or 20 gauge steel as a good thickness for this project because it's easy to work with and easy to bend. We're pretty much just going to be spot welding it, so not any critical welding on this project.
And does this attach to the machine or to the cart?
Good question. It actually attaches to the machine. I've seen a lot of people make trays and stuff, but they physically attach to the cart. The way I designed this one is it literally slips in between the handles. There's going to be some brackets welded to the bottom. It slips between the handles and also locks under the center handle. So you can literally drag it around by the tray, it won't come off. But it still slips off easily if you need to access the machine.
Yeah, all right, nice. And if you're at home and you have a 220 AC/DC, bear in mind, we got ours so long ago that this cart is actually a prototype. So your cart might look just a little bit different than ours. But like Andy said, he's building this where it's fairly universal. So no matter what you've got, you should be able to make one of these that'll work for you.
Yeah. So the next step I'm going to do is we're just going to measure the top piece, which is going to be 17¼ by 27 inches for this project. We're going to then also make some marks, so we're going to cut some corners so we can make our bends. On the long side, it's actually going to be a double bend. It's going to be a little longer, and it's actually going to have a lip on the side, which we're going to cut some slots in it to hang some air tools. I always have air tools whenever I'm working.
So my only concern with that is, are you not worried about air tools hanging upside down of like dust and like metal shavings and stuff getting inside the tool?
Well, I'm not usually grinding and working right on top of the machine, and I've stored them that way for, I hate to say how old I am, but I store them that way all the time. But I haven't had a problem with them, and I can guarantee I don't buy expensive ones, and they still work. But no, it'll be great. Again, it just keeps those tools organized because I use them all the time, no matter where I'm at. And then the rest of the tray will be open for whatever I'm working on. If it's the roll locks for the angle grinders, copper backing strips, whatever, you know, that can kind of go in the tray.
Andy's smart enough to hang the air tools off the side of the welder, not at the end of the bench where we cut and grind everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so they last
That didn't
longer that
last
way
too
too,
long.
right?
Yeah, we had them all hanging just the way you described, but it was at the end of the bench where we were doing all the grinding and cutting. And yeah, this will be better. This will be better.
And so will this work on a 215 like I have at my house?
For the most part, yeah. Really, the 215 has the same handle configuration. It's just a tad bit shorter.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So we'll just adjust the bottom braces to fit yours.
Because as you're talking about it, I'm picturing my machine at my house right now, and you can't even see the top of it. It's just loaded with tools.
Is that right?
Do you want me to grab another piece of sheet metal? We'll make 2 of these at once.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. We'll make yours out of titanium, dude.
Oh.
No.
Then we'd have to TIG weld it.
The titanium's too small, I'm sorry. We could have.
We got it already marked. All right, so I'd say trim that off, and then we'll make our marks for our corner cuts.
Sweet. Let's do it.
Next step, I'm just going to mark off where we're going to cut our notches. So I'm going to make them 1.5 by 1.5 for one side and 1.5 by 2 3/4. So this is the side that's going to get kind of a double bend.
This is the side that's going to get all the tools that we have scattered about the shop that can now be with the welder going to the car. Yeah. Yeah. We have an entire cart that we roll around. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be using that cart anymore. I think we're just going to roll the 220 around.
All right, so now what I do is I try to determine the spacing for whatever air tools I'm going to be hanging on mine. I only have 3 on mine, but you're going to put 4. And what I will do on mine is I like to put the angle grinders towards the back because they can kind of hang over the back of the shelf and they're not going to interfere with anything. So I would, but then usually it's about 5.5 inches between them.
Okay.
These, again, we'll be able to put them next to each other so we can kind of just make that determination. And if you really like this project, you can go to millerwelds.com/projects and you can actually download the PDF instructions for this and watch the video. Right?
Perfect.
Woo!
Yep. It'll fit, maybe. So next what I'm going to do, or you're going to do, or somebody's going to do, is we're going to bend this long bend first, and then we'll come back and flip it over, and then we'll bend this one. Because with the brake you've got, well, we're going to have to bend this deep bend first before we bend this other 90 degree. Otherwise you'll never get it
Right.
into the,
Yep.
right? Then we'll bend the other long one, and then we'll close in the pan.
Full 90?
Full 90. Is his eyes calibrated for degrees as well?
Pretty well.
Really?
I usually go too far.
Yeah.
And then I have to bend it back.
Which is okay.
Pretty darn good.
Do it?
All right.
Oh, who's your daddy? Tell me when.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep, pretty good.
Good.
Nailed it.
I surely won't. What's your
Macho Grande?
What's your vector, Victor?
Look at that.
No, I don't think I'll ever get over Macho Grande.
All right, so basically we're gonna figure out, these are gonna be those inside braces that go inside the handles, and this is gonna be the other one that gets welded here that slides underneath
I
it.
love it.
Yeah.
See?
I like it.
You're good. Perfectly steady.
Seems legit. Nice.
Dude.
The organization is on point.
Oh, it's got the Wilper.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The Wilper?
Wilper.
I don't forget the name of it.
And the gloves. Dude, this is great. Best of all, you guys can do this at your house.
Yes. Hey, thanks for letting me invade your shop.
Oh, thank you for fixing all my tools. Sure you don't want to stick around a little longer?
Yeah, I'd love to stay longer, but my car is bleeding out in your shop, so I need to take it back home, get to the race.
Really, it's just sweating horsepower. I feel like, you ignore it long enough, it'll self-heal. It'll be fine.
It'll self-heal. The thing had a coronary. It was probably time anyway.
Well, you're always welcome here, my friend.
I appreciate it.